Welcome, Wildcats. My name is Miss Beira, and I am your activities director this year. I hope you're having an amazing time back to school, and we gladly welcome all of you. Today, we're going to have our student orientation for the year, and you'll hear a lot of information, so make sure you're paying attention. Now, I would like to introduce Miss Blanco, our proud principal, to share a few words of welcome.
This is definitely such a different way of doing our orientations. It's pretty cool, actually, because I think you guys will be paying a little bit more attention. But you do have a lot of information coming your way. We want to make sure that all of you are extremely successful. I know that our current 11th graders right now have probably, never stepped foot in a building in their high school, their 10th grade year. So there's a lot of different initiatives and wonderful things happening in our building. I leave you in great hands, and as soon as we are finished here, I will jump back in. But thank you to Ms. Beira, your activities director, Ms. Diaz-Rubio, your assistant principal. Mr. Gonzalez will be tag teaming it here real quick. But please pay attention, take notes, because there's a lot of information that is very useful and extremely important for all of you. I hope all of you have a wonderful orientation, and I'll see you in a minute.
All right, so first I want to welcome everyone again and want to let you meet your class sponsors. They will be speaking towards the end of the presentation, but if they can just, wave or say hi, you do, those of you that are sponsors can unmute yourselves. So I'll start with class of 2025. Ms. Rodriguez is your class sponsor, all freshmen.
Hey there, freshmen. We're gonna soon get together and get some activities for you guys. Once we have Club Rush, make sure you guys stop by that table so we can go and get excited and get your 4 years, make this a wonderful Wildcat year for you guys. We're looking forward to meet all the freshmen here. We're excited for you.
And next we have Ms. Diaz, who is our class of 2024 sponsor for all our sophomores.
Good morning, sophomores. We're super excited to have you join us and see what we can do this year and make it as exciting as possible. And look forward to the next 2 years. From here on out, where hopefully we can have as normal as possible a year with activities for you. And I look forward to your guidance as I am new to the school, and we can make this as fulfilling as possible.
Awesome, we're very excited, and thank you, Ms. Diaz, for volunteering. Next, we have Ms. Beira. I am the class of 2023 sponsor. I'm looking forward to working finally with all our juniors this year. Last year, we didn't do too many things, but we did see the possibility of a lot even in those conditions. So hopefully this year we can do even more. So I look forward to meeting our class officers and seeing all your faces. And next we have Ms. Espinosa, the class of 2022 senior sponsor.
Ooh, seniors, we made it. I'm so glad that finally things are getting back to normal. We're gonna try to give you all your activities, and we are gonna try to make up for everything that you have missed before. This is gonna be the best year ever. So I really want you guys to participate, and we're gonna have a great time.
Absolutely, thank you so much, Ms. Espinosa. All right, so one of the first things we want you to do is take a moment to follow us on our social media. So take a look at some of these tags right now from Instagram. We have our We Are Westland _ Wildcats, and we also have our Westland _ athletics. Okay, we also have our class Instagrams, which are at Westland 2022, at Westland 2023, at Westland 2024, and at Westland 2025. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys just 1 second to go ahead and join. Take out your phones right now so that you're ready to join.
Teachers, please help us out. Have your students, those of them that have, give them a moment and encourage them to please join not only our school's website where we post so much information that they need to know, but also follow our winning athletics program and each of their designated class Instagrams, as this is the new way of also sharing valuable information that will be important to them.
All right, while you're all doing that, we're going to just go back real quick to some important introductions. And we already welcome Ms. Blanco, our principal. And we just heard from our amazing assistant principal, Ms. Diaz-Rubio.
Hi.
Mr. Gonzalez, as you know, is a little bit busy, but he is our new assistant principal this year. Not necessarily new to Westland. This is home for him, so we welcome him back. And Ms. Bayer, again, I am your activities director. And you also have heard from Ms. Rodriguez, your freshman class sponsor, and she's also our athletics director. We also have Ms. Bello Guzman. She will be speaking to you shortly about testing, and you can find her in the library testing office. We also have Ms. Cohen, our student services chair, and we have Ms. Bromfield, our CAP advisor. So anything college related, you can feel free to see her for any questions. All right, so a quick game time right now. We are looking for the first 5 students that have followed our school Instagram and liked the current post, and you must comment #Wildcat Pride for some special prizes. The first 5 students.
Oh, that was fast. Congratulations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if they follow us. Let's make sure they follow us. Yes. Okay, so we've got Destiny with lots of Y's, _20, _Caterin C, _XO Laura _. That's 1, 2, 3. Caumilor Belde and _it's Joanna _. Those were the 5 first ones to hit it.
All right, I'm gonna take your word for it, Ms. Diaz-Rubio. A lot of you are very fast. So those of you that were named, I will be looking for you for your special prize.
Your sisters.
All right, so just some brief information about our theme for the year. As you notice, we started with a little bit of music and we're feeling the vibe. We're trying to stay upbeat and we want you guys to join in this rhythm. So our freshmen this year are the freestyle freshmen and our sophomores are the salsa sophomores. Class of 2023, the jammin' juniors, and our senior class of 2022, the old school seniors, okay? Your respective sponsors will give you more details as to how we're going to make these things come to life, whether it's in hallway decorations or our class t-shirts or other events that we do. But we ask you to have good vibes this year, okay? And we'll talk a little bit more as to what that's going to look like in terms of activities and fun things that we're going to do. So just some basic general information. As you know, there was a video for our new students that came out just before we started the school year. You can view this new student orientation on our YouTube channel, Westland Wildcat TV. Watching this will give you all the basic information that you need about whether it's uniforms, the bus areas, or just any information that you need regarding being a student here at Westland. And for your convenience, I also have here our bell schedule, which should also be in your homeroom teams, okay? So you can find that there in your period 1 teams, okay? And next we have Ms. Diaz-Rubio.
Hi guys, so you might have seen this flyer. It was also posted on your homeroom teams. We also have it posted in the main office, and teachers were encouraged to print it out and post it in the rooms. This shows you all of the counselors, which are designated by last names. So Ms. Cohen, who is the department chair of student services, sees the students that last names start from A through G. Ms. Beckford, who is also responsible for the students that also attend Lindsay Hopkins and George T. Baker. She's responsible for the students that last name is from H through PE, like the Perez's and stuff like that. And then Ms. Vega, who's also the counselor responsible for the Miami-Dade College students, is responsible for the students that start with PI through Z. Then you also met we have Ms. Brumfield, who's our CAP advisor. Ms. Acevedo Braco is our ESOL department chair, and Mr. Gross is our SPED department chair. So if you need to set up a meeting, you need to talk to them. We're gonna go over a lot of stuff now that might already answer your questions. Mind you, this form is not for changing class schedules, as that time has already passed, and that was a different form and a different code for that. This is, I need to talk to someone. I need more information. I'm not feeling, you know, I'm a little hectic. I'm feeling a little stressed, and I need to talk to someone. You definitely can using this. You can scan the QR code and it takes you to the form to request for the conference. Or if you have it on your Teams page, you can even click that QR code. This is also available on our school's website. These are the graduation requirements. All students, when they start high school, have an expiration date. You have 4 years to complete all of these requirements. It is 24 credits. 4 of those credits need to be in English. 4 of those credits need to be in math, which includes Algebra 1 and geometry. 3 of those credits must be in science, where it has to include biology, and 2 others that are just as rigorous, which we offer here at Westland. 3 of them are social studies, which include the world history, US history, and government and eco. Then you have your fine arts credits, your physical education credit, and then 8 additional credits of your choosing of electives. But half of them, 1 of them, 0.5 of them has to be in FLVS, which is the Florida Virtual, which we offer all of our sophomores. So what happens if you don't fulfill these credits? Freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors, you're in the classes you're in. You're required to get good grades and pass the class. If you do not pass the class, then the following year, 2 things happen. 1, we could possibly lose an elective and we could give you that class again within your current schedule, or you now have to go to night school. Night school takes place after school. So you would stay here till about 6:30 in the evening or 6:45 in the evening, having to recuperate a class that you failed the year before. You don't stay back a grade, we keep you moving, but now it's your extra time to have to recuperate those classes that you failed. So it is very important that you come to school every day, that you try, that you turn in your assignments, and that you do the very best you can do so that you do not fail a class. Because what happens is that if you have more classes that you have to make up, and you're already towards junior, senior year, and there's very little time for you to make that up, then we have to have another conversation of options of where you could possibly go to try and recuperate all those credits. And we don't want to lose any of you. We want everyone to be a Wildcat graduate and finish here with us. Also, part of your graduation requirements is that everyone maintain and have a 2.0 GPA. The GPA is you get your A's, your B's, your C's, and hopefully nothing worse, because they're all worth points, and that gets averaged in every semester. And that GPA determines whether you're graduation ready or not. That GPA is also important for applying to Baker and Lindsay and dual enrollment, as well as sports and activities. And you'll hear more about that from the other sponsors and from Ms. Rodriguez when she discusses that. So your GPA is everything. And when you start, you have a certain amount of time to get it done. So these posters are posted all around the school. And for more information on graduation requirements, also, you have Ms. Brumfield, which is our CAP advisor. that is also available, and you can request to meet with her. And there'll be more meetings and more information from your counselors as we proceed throughout the year. Also, testing is a requirement, but Ms. Bayo is going to go into detail on testing. So I'm not going to talk about that because I know she's going to get in detail as far as your testing requirements for graduation. High school credit recovery. So this is what I was talking about. This is how you have to make up your classes. So freshmen right now, you don't have this because you're starting fresh with us this year. So make sure you get your good grades, make sure you pass your classes so that you don't have to stay after school extra time to make up something that you could have already completed this year. Sophomores, if you failed any of the classes last year, counselors have already been sending out those forms. Juniors, seniors, you too. The forms have been sent out that you need to recuperate a class, okay? If you have not received your form because maybe you were absent and it didn't get to you, please reach out to your counselor, because if you know you failed a class, it's your responsibility to make it up, and the clock is ticking. So the night school registration is here during lunch in the courtyard area, right close to where the security guard sits by the garage, and you must pay $10 cash for the to take the class, and you have to register. They did extend it, and classes start Tuesday, September 21st. So sophomores, juniors, and seniors, anybody that has to make up any core classes, graduation requirement classes, and you know who you are and you know what you got to do. You should have received the form, and you must register with your $10 to make sure that you're enrolled in those classes, and we get that out of the way as soon as possible. Vibe check. So this year, we're giving you all an opportunity. So the teachers at the beginning of the year, a group of us got together and we realized we want to give you, the students, every opportunity to succeed. And we know that after this crazy pandemic, it's taking us a moment to get back into our group, okay? So we're gonna give you once a quarter, right after progress report week, that week of progress reports. You're looking at your grades, you see your grades, and you're like, oh, I could do better, I messed up. We're gonna give you the opportunity to make up one assignment during and only during that vibe check week. So if you're that student that's struggling, that you missed it, maybe you missed class, you forgot to make something up, you missed that one assignment, teachers are going to instruct you in each of your classes which of the assignments up to that quarter they will deem eligible for vibe check. And of those assignments, if you got one that you just got a bad grade, maybe you didn't study enough for that test, or you missed it and you got a Z, or you're an overachiever and you want straight A's and you got to be on the test, that is your chance to make up the assignment and bring up your grades. So you have to look at your progress reports, make sure you're logging into your portal, you're checking your grades regularly, and stay on top of it. You are accountable and responsible for your grades. You know what you're turning in, you know the effort you're putting in. Check and make sure you're staying on top of it, so that when progress reports come out in a couple of weeks and we got vibe check coming up, you're ready to know what you need to do to help increase your grade and your GPA. Because we want you all to be successful. And we're doing this, one, so that you guys are checking your grades, and two, to give you the opportunity to be as successful as possible. So take advantage of this, please. All right. Ms. Beira has to unmute herself so that she can introduce to you the next person.
And now, Ms. Bella Guzman will speak to us a little bit more about testing.
Okay, I think Ms. Bayo's having technical difficulties.
Here I am.
Oh, there she is.
Hi, Wildcats, and welcome back. I'm Miss Bayo Guzman, and I'm the person that organizes your testing here at Westland throughout the years. The slide that you're looking at on the screen will break down the different assessments that you're going to be taking depending on what grade you are. So you can definitely review that. But very, very important is that you do understand that testing requirements are back in place. Maybe your older siblings or people that you know had those requirements waived because of COVID, but I don't want you to think that that is the case. It is very important that you do take your assessment seriously because, of course, we want you to graduate. As Ms. Diaz-Rubio said, testing is part of your graduation requirements. Your grade 10 FSA ELA, which includes the reading and writing, and your Algebra 1 EOC are your graduation requirements, but those aren't the only tests that you take. You'll also be taking geometry, biology, and US history EOCs, which are very important towards the calculation of your final grades. And we offer other exams such as SATs, PSAT, and ACT to help students who have not been able to pass their assessments meet their concordant requirements for graduation, and also even scholarship opportunities as well. How do you know if you're testing? Testing is starting very soon here. Our retakes for our juniors and seniors in reading and our algebra and geometry retakes are starting September 13th. Emails have already started to go out to students who are scheduled to test. I will be communicating with you via your school email. That's the email that you find in your portal through your portal tab. So it's very important that you are checking your emails at least 2 to 3 times a week so that you don't miss any important information. My office is in the media center, so you can feel free to stop by if you have any questions, or you can reach me via email at any time, and I do my best to get back to you within a couple of days. So I do wish you the best this year with testing. Try your best, take it seriously so that you only have to sit for these exams one time and you can check off that square in your road towards graduation. Have a great year, everybody.
Thank you, Ms. Bayo. Also, students, email. Your Dade School's email is everything. You need to make sure you're checking it daily. Counselors are going to email you schedule changes. Counselors are going to reply to your emails through there. If you send a notification that you want to meet with a counselor, they'll send you the date and time through your email as well. Administrators send your emails. We need you to be checking your emails constantly. Teachers are sending you emails through Teams, through their things. So get used to checking your email regularly, daily, please.
All right, so now we want to just talk a little bit about our school website, and I'm going to stop sharing for just a second so that I can share our amazing school website. And if you haven't seen this before, you need to start getting on there today, okay? It's westlandwildcats.net. And right away when you get onto this website, you'll see an alert from our school. It could be something like a game or just something that we need to let you know right away, okay? Navigating this, it's gonna take you just, you know, a moment. So make sure that you make the time for it. And why is that? There's a lot of information on here. There's information about our school, you know, maybe things you might not even know, like our school mission, you know, things that our principal might want to share with us, but also important things regarding school safety and COVID-19 information that you need to know. There's information about our magnet academies and our magnet programs. If there's information, if you didn't get to see our summer reading list, it was all right on here. And those graduation requirements that Ms. Diaz-Rubio was talking about is also located here, okay? There's a whole section just for students regarding, you know, community service, transcripts, the bell schedule, all important things that you should be interested in knowing as well. And your parents also have a section for them. Contact section has all of the staff directory. So if you ever have the need to contact or reach out to a teacher, it's right here. It's been here for years now. and you have no reason to not be able to contact one of your teachers. All that information is right here. It is under the contact us section where it says staff. We also have a tab for opening of schools 21-22 this school year, where you'll see some important documents for this particular school year. So let me just go back to our PowerPoint. Just a second. Okay, so once again, that's westlandwildcats.net. And feel free to just, you know, at your leisure, take a few minutes and familiarize yourself with it. And just want to share with you a little bit about community service. Many students are asking about whether they can start, or how do you do the paperwork, when do you submit. The document that you need is under the students tab where it says community service. And just, you know, if you can take a look at this information up here with me, to graduate from Westland, you need 25 hours. However, if you would like a Bright Future scholarship, 100 hours is the minimum. If you would like a graduation cord, now we're looking at 400 hours minimum, okay? For our seniors, your deadline to submit your hours is coming up, and it's December 10th, okay? All other students, your deadline to submit any hours that you do during the current school year is April 29th. How are you gonna get some of these hours done? Well, we have at least 30 clubs that are active, and you're going to have more information about these clubs. And through the clubs that we have, many of our sponsors, and we put together different community service activities that you can do. And you may also feel free to do it within the community, okay? So next we have Mr. Gonzalez, and he's going to share with us a little bit about the code of conduct and some other pertinent information.
Good morning, students. I hope you guys are having a great beginning of the school year. I'm happy to be back at Westland. It's one of the best schools in Dade County, and it's because of you guys. It's because of you guys and because of the staff. So I'm going to make it brief. The code of student conduct is general issues with behavior. Make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing inside the classroom, during passing time, as well as in the classroom and during lunch. A couple of things regarding the dress code we've already discussed earlier, in terms of your tops have to be red, black, or gray with collars. The pants are black pants, khaki pants. Your shoes have to be closed-toed shoes. And obviously no headwear. Ms. Blanco made it for today, since you guys have been so good, that you can wear jeans today, but that's not normal. You know, if you guys continue to do what you're supposed to be doing, Ms. Blanco is going to give you these opportunities to, have dress down days more often. So make sure to continue what you're doing. As far as Ms. Beira, I think the next slide is also mine. Is it the COVID slide? Okay, great. So in terms of masks, let's talk a little bit about masks. You have to have your mask during class, during the changing of class. We've been really good with the masks. During lunch, obviously, if you're outside and you're having lunch, you can remove the mask at that time. If you're inside the cafeteria and you're having lunch, you can remove your mask at that time during lunch. But once you're done and once we move back to class, the mask has to be on. And I'm going to show you how to wear your mask. I mean, I can't believe we're doing this, but this is how it has to be. This is how you wear your mask. Not like this. I call this the chin strap, not the chin strap. It's got to cover your nose and your mouth. Okay. So when you put on your t-shirt, you don't put on only one sleeve, right? You put your t-shirt on with both sleeves, correct? Right. Unless you Want to be funky? Okay. But the mask covers your nose and your mouth. Make sure to socially distance as much as possible during lunch. I know that the lunches are crowded, but try to do that as much as you can. We have sanitation stations throughout the building. If you see that we have a sanitation station that is out, let your teacher know, let a security monitor know, and we'll try to cover that as best as we can. And most importantly, and this is the last thing I'll say, is if you see something, say something. We have 1,000 staff members here that want to help you out, you know, and that includes the teachers, your counselors, your security monitors, and including us, the administrators. So if you see something, say something. Thank you, and I'll see you in the hallways.
Oh, you got one. Okay, so we have a new attendance initiative. You have been hearing about this. We have referenced this several times. So, students, we have a ready to go list. We want you ready to go. We want you participating in dances, being able to go to any types of pep rallies or assemblies that we're able to do. Ms. Beira is working on really cool things throughout the year just to keep you motivated, to give you that chance to socialize with your friends and do. Many of you are in sports, many of you are in clubs. In order to participate and be active and play your games and go and participate and have fun, you need to be in school. You can't learn if you're not here. And you need to be here on time, and you can't be leaving early. So in order to motivate you to ensure that you are here, we have created the ready to go list. So all you have to do is come to school every day, be on time, and don't leave early. Now, easier said than done. We know things happen. This doesn't count excused absences, because especially we know, unfortunately, we're still quarantining some of you and you have to go home, and we'd rather you stay home if you're sick. We don't want you coming to school if you are sick, but you submit your attendance request to 7049attendance@dateschools.net, and that absence will become excused. We are specifically talking about unexcused absences. You just didn't come to school and you didn't get a note because there was no reason or justification as to why you didn't come to school. If you accumulate more than 3 unexcused absences, more than 3 tardies, or if you go home early more than 3 times, unfortunately, you will not be on the ready to go list. You will be on the other list that doesn't allow you to participate. If you're an athlete, that means once this list comes out that quarter, you will not be able to play in your game. That means if you're a club sponsor, that means if you're a club member, which we're gonna have Club Rush and there's more information to come that means you can't participate in those meetings after school either, because you're not doing what you have to do during the 7:20 to 20 requirements. Now, leaving early. Guys, we're high school hours. We get out at 2:20. I understand emergencies happen. That's fine. We're giving you 3 chances, no problem. But scheduled doctor's appointments. Doctors are open till 5, guys. Make your appointments and tell your parents, no, you can't pick me up early. Make the appointment at 3 o'clock and we can go after school. There's no real justification. Leaving early isn't excused or unexcused. Tardy isn't excused or unexcused. It's just the tardy. It's just leaving early. The only thing that can be excused is a full absence because you provided a note from a parent and or a note from a doctor, okay? Also keep in mind that when parents come to pick you up, if they don't come before 1:50, at that point, they have to wait for the regular dismissal because we can't be interrupting the last 30 minutes. Also, if your parents come to pick you up, it cannot be until after 9:30 or it's gonna count as an absence. You have to be in school for a full 2 hours in order for it to count as present. So if they come sooner than that, then you will be marked absent that day. Make sure you are emailing your reasons why you were absent to 7049attendance@dateschools.net. These instructions are also available on our school's website. Make sure to include student name and ID number and include the reason for the absence. It should come from your parents as it will be verified, and it must come from your parents' email but you should get used to also having them copy you in that email as well, just as good practice. There will be many activities, many fun things. Now, every quarter, it resets and you get to try again. So after the first quarter, if it didn't work out because you messed up and you couldn't participate in stuff, it's okay. Once the second quarter rolls around, boom, everybody gets cleared out and everybody starts fresh. And now you get another chance to make it better, because I know several of you have already been tardy a lot. So unfortunately, you may already be affected for this first quarter. Keep in mind, we are looking to have a homecoming. So you want to make sure you stay on the ready to go list to be able to participate in activities.
Good morning, Wildcats. Now let's get to the athletic portion of it. And first and foremost, let's give a shout out to our boys football team for winning Hialeah High yesterday, and our girls volleyball program for working hard out there in that court. Our theme this year for athletics is Unleash Your Potential, because we want to see you guys succeed in the classroom and succeed in the field. But first and foremost, you're a student. So talking about being a student, in order to participate in athletics, you must maintain good grades in class. So you need that 2.0 GPA. Now, keep in mind that that 2.0 GPA must be unweighted. So that your honor classes and your AP classes, those extra points don't count for athletics. It's your core classes, your elective classes, just the 4, 3, 2, 1 weight. When it comes to attendance, there's a 10-20 rule. You must maintain under 10 absences. Now with athletics, it's a little different. Even if your absences are excused, they do count against you. So even if you have 10 excused absences, the moment you hit that number, you can no longer participate in sports. There's case by cases, and we address those in the individual basis, because if you had some operation or were out due to COVID, we can go ahead and work around that. But for the most part, 10 absences will knock you out from participation. Same thing with tardies. And there's, like Ms. Diaz-Rubia said earlier, there's no excuse or an excuse. 20 tardies or 20 tardies, you hit that number and you are out. But if you have that aspect under control and you guys have good grades and you want to participate, you must have a cleared physical on file. And that has to be in the hands of Ms. Calderon, our athletic trainer. She clears you. Once she clears you, I go ahead and clear you through your eligibility process. And once that's done, you see Ms. Gonzalez. She has some office hours to go ahead and pay your insurance. If you play football, that is a fall football insurance fee of $71, and that only clears you for fall football. If you want to play another sport, you pay $20, and that clears you with everything except football. If you have if you need more information, I'm always either in the auditorium during lunch passing laptops. I'll go ahead and give you information about our coaches and any interest that you might have in a particular sport. And again, welcome to Westland if you're a 9th grader, and if you're here for the first time, we're looking forward to work with you guys.
All right, activities. So there's definitely a lot being planned at the moment, but we're also looking forward to planning with you, and we'll be meeting with class sponsors as well as officers as soon as we have elections. This year, we're going to do our traditional club rush a little bit differently. We're going to have a Wildcat Rush Week, okay? And what that's going to consist of is a full week where we look at different types of clubs, and we also have our sports rush on different days. On Monday, September 20, we'll have booths for our candidates, and you have sort of a meet and greet, and they'll each have the opportunity to share a little bit about themselves during our lunches. On Tuesday, September 21st, we'll have our official class elections, and we'll have more information for that coming up soon. On Wednesday, September 22nd, we'll have our Greek rush and some of our academic, more academically inclined clubs present during the lunches. On Thursday, September 23rd, it is a game night, and we hope to see everybody at all our games. But of course, we're going to have our sports rush where you'll learn a little bit more about the different sports we offer here at Westland. And then on Friday, September 24th, we'll have the rest of our clubs. So other things that are coming up are Hispanic Heritage Month. we're hoping to have a little bit of competitive action amongst our students and different classes. And we'll have more information about what that competition is going to look like. And of course, the prizes, because that's what really matters, right? We're also going to have some class wars. Again, we're getting really competitive this year. I don't know if it's because we've been home for so long. We need to get into some action, but we're going to go back to decorating our hallways. And we can't wait to see what amazing, vibrant looks you're going to come up with based on all our themes. For homecoming week, we're still coming up with the themes, but it's the week of October 4th through the 8th with our homecoming game on October 7th and our homecoming dance on October 8th. Again, stay tuned for more information about these activities. But most importantly, please come to school, because I'm gonna plan all this for you with some of you that are really looking forward to doing this, and we need people there. If you're absent, you can't go. Don't make it party of one, please. And where's the next button? Here we go.
Also, freshmen, you are invited to homecoming too. You are eligible. Homecoming is for the entire school, not just for seniors or juniors. The whole school gets to participate in homecoming.
So we also have a few items that we sell throughout the year. We have our Wildcat Depot, which will hopefully start opening up during our lunches. And once we're able to do that, I'll be sending out a post on our Instagram. But right now we currently have short sleeve. We ran out of long sleeves. So please do not go on OSP and order a long sleeve. As a matter of fact, do not order before seeing me, because you need to see what sizes are available, okay? You must see me first, and then I'll instruct you as to how to order your shirt on OSP. But we do have our short sleeves available. It would be amazing if you were wearing them on Fridays for our spirit days, as well as our games. And the short sleeves are much better for the heat that we're experiencing. So please come by to see me and order your short sleeve as soon as possible. Fundraising. We need money, guys, for so many of the things that I know you want to do, and I look forward to helping you with. We need funding. If you're a junior and you're a senior, I'm speaking directly to you. It does say 2 cakes minimum here, but listen, you live in a neighborhood and there's more than one house. So you might have to ask a few people, auntie, grandma, you know, grandma's friend, whoever it is, to buy a cake. Because, and I know it says $17 for these cakes. These cakes are not made out of gold. But you know what? If you don't want your prom ticket to be $200, you need to sell some $17 cakes, okay? So that's how you need to see it. Do I want a really expensive prom? Do I want a really expensive junior ring ceremony? Or can I sell a $17 cake, okay?
And for the
I will
first
say
year
those
students,
cakes are delicious. Those cakes are so delicious. And I know they'll be here in time for Thanksgiving, so you can order for Thanksgiving. So when the family gets together, you can be the star that brings dessert, and you can keep them in the freezer. They last forever, and then you can even bring them out for Christmas, for Nochebuena.
Absolutely. So this, you know, it can be gifts, it can be given as anything. And we're also taking, I want to say the website will be able to take donations if a family member just wants to put a donation instead of receiving a cake. Now, I will be placing on each of the class teams more information, because per class you have a different code, and it's more it's not complicated, but it's very particular for each class. So your class sponsor can help you once I explain it to them a little bit more about the process. It is a different website this year, and we're no longer doing the magazines. We're just going to focus on cake sales, because that's how, you know, that's our best selling fundraiser so far. So more details will be available for this on your class teams. And just a little bit of information about our Wildcat Credit Union. You're more than welcome to open up an account. The bank is located on the right side of our auditorium. So once you walk up the steps, it's to the right. Ms. Diaz-Rubio, are they up and running already?
According to Ms. Bromfield, they'll start towards the end of September. They'll be up and running.
Okay. And this is a good opportunity for you to have your own debit card. Most of the things that we do require a credit card through OSP. So this is a way that you can easily order anything that you need, whether it's a school fee or if you're buying tickets on GoFan for our sporting events.
Ms. Vera, sorry for the interruption. Dual enrollment students, your bell did ring. We want to make sure you get to your bus on time. The rest of the information, this is being recorded and you will be able to see this on our school's website as it will be recorded. So dual enrollment, please head on out.
So now we're going back to game time. Okay, I know I showed a slide early on about your class Instagram. So let's see who starts to follow right now their class. And on the most current post, you're going to again comment hashtag Wildcat Pride.
Sponsors are the ones checking each individual Instagram. So they'll be announcing who the winners are via Instagram, and then you'll see your sponsor for your prize.
So now I also want you all to take a moment to make sure that you are following and you're on your class teams. On your teams, and Teams is an app that can be put on your phone. All of us should have Teams there because sometimes we don't have access on our laptops. Sometimes our laptops run out of charge, and you can submit assignments and do whatever you need to do directly on your phone. So make sure that you join your class teams, and these are the codes. I will be sharing this PowerPoint and this information with your teachers as well in case you have not joined your teams, but you need to do so as soon as possible. And lastly, I want to give the class sponsors a moment to just again say a few more words. If Ms. Rodriguez, if you want to jump in and say anything in particular.
I see a lot of movement here in Instagram, so good job, guys. Make sure that you guys keep on following our Instagram because we're gonna have all of our events, everything that we're gonna do throughout the school, and we want to make sure you guys participate and get involved because 4 years from now, you're gonna be seniors and you're gonna think, what did I do these last 4 years? So I want to make sure that you guys enjoy, soak it in, because you're gonna be a freshman one time in your life, and then you're gonna be a sophomore next year. So make sure you guys start strong, build a strong foundation as a freshman, and have fun, but at the same time, focus in school.
And we also have Ms. Diaz with our salsa sophomores. And just so you know, I am seeing the 2024 Instagram, and I see quite a few students that went ahead and posted. If Ms. Diaz is not able to speak to you, don't worry. I will look for you directly to give a few of you some of the spirit gear that we have available. But our salsa sophomores, again, it's Ms. Diaz who is your sponsor this year. And as we said, you can join in things like homecoming week and the homecoming dance. And the Jammin' Juniors, so I am your sponsor. We already met earlier this week to talk a little bit about your ring and your ring ceremony. There's more information upcoming about this, and your ceremony is scheduled for March 16 at this point. Okay, and now I'm going to send it up to Ms. Espinosa.
Hi guys, my old school seniors. All right, we have a lot of stuff planned for you. Here are the dates, so definitely do save the dates on your calendars right now because I want everybody to be in attendance. It's again gonna be a great year. We're gonna have a lot of stuff. Definitely get on the teams because it's not only about senior breakfast, senior week, but I'm also sending you guys messages about deadlines for college and things that you need to have. And I'm always here in room 212 if you need any help. And this is going to be the best year ever.
Thank you so much, Ms. Espinosa. We definitely look forward to seeing our seniors finally get back some of the traditional events that we get to do here at our school. I know some of these days are tentative, but it just means that we're working on ensuring that they're possible, but these activities should definitely be happening. One announcement I do want to make is that next week we do have school pictures on the 9th and the 10th, Thursday the 9th and the 10th, and that is with your English teacher who has the schedule for you. If you would like to order a picture, make sure that you do so online. Your English teacher does have a QR code that you can use to make that purchase through your phone.
On that note, Ms. Vera, students, IDs are mandatory. And when you take your school picture, you get your ID the day that you take your picture immediately. So once we do school pictures, that week after, IDs are mandatory and must be worn around your neck. Ms. Vera, if you can stop sharing so we can kind of see everybody, because we want to take a screenshot as well. Make sure that you take your picture, because even if you do not get a package, you must get your school ID. This is also mandatory for all of you for busing. Also, when you use the school bus, they're asking for this. We're asking for this. We use this to scan faster for tardies and for everything else. So you must all have a school ID. Also, students, on a note with all of the activities, deadlines are provided to you. If, let's say, the homecoming dance is October 8th, when tickets go on sale, tickets get open. We will have to have a capacity limit more than before. So normally a dance would be up to 200, 250 kids. It's going to be a lot less this year due to the social distancing requirements that are required because of COVID. So do not procrastinate in purchasing your tickets for these activities. One, you make sure that you're on the ready to go list and that you're not on the no-go list, and that you are eligible to participate in these things, as we will not be providing refunds. If you had too many absences or tardies and you bought your ticket to attend a thing and you're told, no, you're not eligible to attend, you will not be getting a refund. So make sure you are eligible. Number two, purchase your ticket as soon as possible, because once we reach the capacity level, there is nothing we can do about it. We want to be able to have everybody participate, but it is different times. And unfortunately, at least we're having the activities and we're going to do the best we can to give you the opportunities to socialize, dance, and have a good time. But we have to do it respecting the social distancing and making sure that we're keeping you safe and healthy. So do not procrastinate when purchasing tickets this year for any of these events. Seniors, especially you, for all of those, not everyone will be able to go to breakfast because we have to limit capacity. So not everybody can go to prom because we have to limit capacity. So keep that in mind and do not be left out. Now, teachers, students, I'm going to take a few screenshots here. Students, sit up straight. We're going to take some screenshots. We want to show everyone that we did this and how we did this as innovatively as we did. So I'm going to take, there's a bunch of screens, so I'm going to take a bunch. So say cheese, look up. That's one screen. Hold on. We got 3 screens going on. I'm going to switch to the next one. All right. And one more. All right. So we're going to post that on all of our social media to show everybody how Westland handled this very innovative way of doing our student orientation. Ms. Vera?
All right, everybody, have a great Wildcat day. Enjoy your lunch, and thank you all for listening. Have a good one.
Enjoy your 4-day weekend.
Yes.